Let's talk about the next round of best storytelling rap songs of all time. Again, out of the hat, we chose a couple of records, and the round goes as follows. We are talking about Mobb Deep with Trife Life, going up against Cool G Rap and DJ Polo with the Ill Street Blues. Yeah, black, black, black. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. I did say Trackmaster, so those not paying attention. I did say Trackmaster. You can catch that episode right here, by the way. That's dropping soon too. It'll be right here. Trackmaster versus the Hitman. Make sure you check it out. Let's talk about it. Mobb Deep, Trife Life. Pay attention. This is what I think most people think about when they think of storytelling type.
Some girl pick out said, "I like you a lot." God.
That's so innocent.
Check it out now.
Word up, Shane. Shit is ill, kid.
Being that we live in a motherfucking trife life.
Such a fire sample.
It's
Such a
only
fire sample.
Noel
Son.
McConnell.
Baseline is crazy.
What happened, son?
Crazy.
You can believe this shit.
It's just another day. Drowning my troubles with a 40. That's when I got the call from this brown skin shorty. She asked me where's my crew at. Said we could do whatever. She got a crew too and said that we should get together. I said alright, just call me back in an hour so I can take a shower and gather up the manpower. Then I hung up the horn, and I thought to myself that it might be on. Cause this trick ain't pick up the phone and call me in years. Ever since I left the whole lonely in tears, ain't no telling what her friends putting up in her ears. Ideas are setting me up, I'm not trying to hear. Check it out, son. So we take the gas for precautions. Plus it's trick, live in Brooklyn, home of the coffin. She might got a whole battalion of buckdowners waiting for us to get up off the train and surround us. Or maybe I'm blowing this shit out of proportion, but the shit do happen to niggas very often, so fuck it. A nigga gotta do what he meant to. My crew got my back, fuck the world is my mental. We put together 5 soldiers. The bitch called my blood curdle. Told me to meet her on Myrtle. Got to the plaza, we're waiting for the G train. We put a plan together, just in case the beef came. Now we best stop down, far from home and on unknown ground. All together we 6 deep with 5 each, nothing sweet. First nigga frontin', getting lifted off his fucking feet. It took eternity to reach our destination. My heartbeat is racing like a cardiac patient. We finally got to Myrtle outside the train station. I saw not a soul, told my peoples to be patient. But hold up, that's when a black caravan rolls up. My legs then froze up, I grabbed my pound. Told my man eyes open cause it might go down. Say he don't like the way the shit is starting to sound. Every angle of the car was smoked out and tinted, so we couldn't tell if the enemy was in it. There might have been TNT. I wasn't trying to wait to see. We jetted through Marcy, cause these ain't bagging me. Word, son, they got us on the run, done. See, yo, check it out, check it out, check it out, yo. Trife life got me thinking like an animal. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, yo. What can kill you is what you don't know.
Yeah, word up, word the mother. Here comes G-Rap with another one, y'all. We gonna swing this like this. I'm right in front of my front step, thinking of a plan, looking like Raggedy Ann or doing hand, kicking a can. Thinking of a place to pull some banking, because I'm dead and stinking. So's on my shoes winking, t-shirt is shrinking. Soon I see some thighs and my eyes open wide quick. Who's that with the chick? Bill blast my sidekick. What's up, black? Give his hand a smack. Then up pulls a Cadillac, your baby will be back. Jump right on the side, not too many people saw us thinking about who gotta get robbed because the mob got a job for us. They drove us down to the silver section of town where the clowns dare be paying for protection. They want us to send a message to Jimmy the bartender, lend a friend of money next to ripping off his car fenders. He's coming up short cause he snorts coke, dope, nope, and hope he don't get caught. He owes some Benjamin Franklin's, every last bit of them, but Jimmy's pockets are empty, so now we gotta get rid of him. But Jimmy's wife is with him and they don't wanna involve her. Hopped out the back seat, they gave me a revolver. Blast you, distract him, while I go and whack him. Enter through the back side of the bar and then attacked him. He's screaming for his life, reaching for his wife. Shot him in the back of the head and tricked him with a knife. And that goes for anybody, they gotta pay their dues. You lose, cause I got the ill street blues. You lose, cause I got the ill street blues. You lose, cause I got the ill street blues. You lose, cause I got the ill street blues. You lose, cause I got the ill street.
Ooh, man.
Ooh, skip this round. Skip this round.
So Trill smiling the whole time.
Is that
Just like that was talking about.
Both gripping that nickel plated underneath the screen the whole time, like
Both of them music.
both of them music.
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, that's like we roll around the Jay Reed popping off as strangers on the street with blanks. You know what I'm saying? Two very, very street, two very, very Queens, two very, very 90s records. Again, both kind of like, again, falling into the same category just like the last round of storytelling, right? This is theatrical, very fantastical, fantasy driven, but very story driven and very violent in both scenarios. But both very, depending on your lifestyle, very believable and relatable to a certain degree. Let's talk about Mobb Deep's Trife Life going up against Kool G Rap and DJ Polo's Ill Street Blues. Once again, we're talking about Havoc on the beats on one side with the Track Masters. That's right, I said the Track Masters on the Ill Street Blues. For those that don't know, like I said, they were making that kind of production before they got to the shiny suit era of things. Go ahead, I say, if you got, listen, Hobo already put it in the voting. He put the voting booth in the chat room. Make sure you get your votes in there. Like I said, let's talk about it real quick. Matter of fact, Hobo, let's start with you. Let's talk about it. Mobb Deep, Rap, DJ Polo.
Damn it. Actually, you know what, man? Respectfully to Kool G Rap and the mastery of emceeing that he has given us then and to this day. Big shout out to him. But my man B Sharp also said it in the chat. Trife Life put me up on game about these shorties, man. Take a dude's word, don't ever go see a chick.
Listen, you and B Sharp should be glad you never had a lifestyle to introduce you to shorties that were thinking about setting your ass up.
I am very but as an adult, I definitely had some opportunities to be in some sketchy situations.
As an adult, you're right. As an adult.
Havoc told me on this song, don't go see a chick.
He did that so we didn't have to do that.
He did that. He taught us the way. So I got
in the lobby, kid.
So you go on Trife Life.
I'm going with Trife Life.
Oh,
Scanner's already chiming in with the ad lib, so I need to find out from you right now. Like, who do you got?
Man, yo, this is super tough, man. I don't want to pick because I identify with the Trife Life record too. So it's like it's one of those things, but I'll say it like this. I guess from the sensibilities of just the more iconic record, if I have to go with it, I have to go Ill Street and Kool G Rap. And then also, I think I said it before, but one of the things I'll never forget, I think I mentioned it here years ago. I was teaching in Vietnam, and one of the kids in Vietnam was like, yo, Kool G Rap is one of my favorite MCs, and I was in Vietnam. And that always resonated with me to this day, because you would never think you would go to a place and somebody say, of all the MCs, because this is the 2000s, so he could have said, the typical Eminem, Jay-Z, Big, he could have said all the usuals, but nah, he said Kool G Rap. He didn't come back for coke, he came back for bass.
A lot of our favorite rappers love G Rap.
Yeah, man.
A lot of our favorite rappers.
He's a rapper. That's true.
Channel a G Rap sort of
yeah,
kind
man.
of vibe. I'm not gonna mention any names. We I'm not even here to point it out like that. Again, it's homage. Again, he delivered a style that was very. First of all, we're talking about a man with a crazy lisp.
Yeah, but listen.
No, you listen. You listen. I'm talking right now.
But Scan, having taught you how to avoid the pink houses, son, even though you didn't.
Almost got, baby. Almost got. She said she liked me a lot. Almost got.
We still went. We still went over there, man.
Still almost got shot up at baby.
Still went over to the pink houses, even though Bob Deep told us not to do it.
Malcolm 10. I want to know what you're thinking about when it comes to this Queens battle at the moment. Who do you got?
Yeah, man. I mean, like you said, just both ridiculous classics. I mean, and we all know the line from Ill Street Blues, that buck, that which you want to lead down. That's the crazy. Right. That's one of the craziest times.
Right.
Anyway, I mean, that's wild. But I mean, like for me, man, just the cautionary tale from Trife Life, man. It's like it's just like what Hobo said, man. It's like, I was still pretty young. We were relatively young. We were adults, but like young when that came out. But just hearing that, it's kind of like, oh yeah. It's kind of like, yeah, you're right. It's like, yeah, thank you for putting us up on that, because we sometimes you just get mesmerized, the chick, they come back in your life, come back in life after a while, you like, but yeah, man, you gotta be on point all the time. So, even though I ain't living the Queensbridge projects or nowhere near them or the Brooklyn, but none of that stuff, I kind of knew, you know what I mean? You carry that that cautionary tale is something every man carries.
I was
with them after-
surprised y'all
Sure,
feel this way. I feel
sure.
like most of you motherfuckers grew up by the inkwell and shit. Like I don't.
Oh
You know what I'm
wow!
saying? Like in your beach by the water, like motherfuckers Jada Pinkett. You know what I'm saying?
You know where I was
Trying to be
born.
Kane, trying to be Kane up in this motherfucker. This,
Whoa. Still, things still
I was
go
born
down.
in the Bronx, bro.
Yo, things go down everywhere, son.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm a little
That's true,
surprised.
too.
Cats was
I was really hoping that Jules wasn't one of those individuals to believe it was only his block that was the thoroughest and the livest ever anywhere. You know what I mean?
I seen individuals in my area again. Back in the day, it was crazy how much like it was okay to be ghetto and you could still pull like the chick, like any car would do, and like, oh, he got a car, and it didn't matter what car.
Old New York talk.
Right.
A car. So like I remember the systems. I remember this dude in my block, my man Eddie. Shout out to Eddie if you're ever watching out there. Had the house speakers, like the shit at home.
Yeah.
Work style. But I never seen
Everybody
Work
did
because
that.
I was too young to
In the
understand.
trunk.
But he was doing that in a Dodge Aries.
Yeah.
With the real house speaker, the home. I don't make it home speakers, but back then the home speakers was off. And he'd have that shit in his car, and this shit was thumping, and it was just like, damn, he's fucking cool. And today, someone would be like, look at this motherfucker, right? Like, look at this cheap ass shit.
That was the old price.
I thought he was.
That was yesterday's price. That was yesterday.
Yes, I thought he was the coolest motherfucker.
The original booming system. Yeah.
He was playing Cypress Hill. He was playing fucking Dr. Dre 187. It was, man. I was like, he's the fucking coolest. He went to Edison. He graduated from Edison too. Shout out to Eddie. We got 2 votes in at the moment. Excuse me, 3 votes in at the moment. 2 leaning on one side for MOBB Deep at the moment. Again, we're gonna try to push through this kind of quickly. I'm gonna ask the room: does anybody want to vote like DJ Scanless and give Ill Street Blues a vote?
Yeah.
Oh, I like to, but I'm going with TRIFE Life.
Well, let's stick to Ill Street Blues. Anybody Ill Street Blues at the moment?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ill Street.
Speak on it real quick.
No, I mean, Coogee Rap, I think for a lot of people was the blueprint, man. And he was telling stories when a lot of people really weren't telling stories. Like there was a few, but when he came out with it with his old gritty style and his hoodie on and everything, it was like, oh, who's this? He ran with it, man. And still to this day, a lot of his stuff is relevant and you can still play it like it came out yesterday, man. So I'm gonna go with this one.
It's just a slight production edge for me with Trife Life because both records are iconic, but
yeah, fair enough. Again, I'm gonna take again that moment right there to sort of add up the numbers. Unless somebody has something specific they want to say on either record at the moment, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the round. DJ Hobo, can you let us know what were the results in the chat room for the voting booth in there?
Yeah, I just want to add while I'm looking that up on the production tip that sample for Trife Life is such a stark contrast. Because that's a love song.
It's a love song.
It's
a super dope love song too.
Yeah, super duper. You are my sunshine. And you talk about the grimiest shorty at that point in Trife Life. So it's just a stark contrast. But
that I think that's the genius right there, Hobo. Because it's actually a love song that's really super dope that you played for your shorty back then. And then, but Havoc now getting stuck up.
He found the evil in it.
Word.
He found the evil in it. He said, "Hold on, let me get this down." Evil.
Now the scary part is seeing the shorty with the mass transit. That's that.
Well, you know, so funny, Triple C. I'm glad you said that, Triple C, because real quick, just old New York, when he said Myrtle Ave off the G train, old New York, Brooklyn in the 90s in that area, Trife Life, my boy.
Crazy.
Over here, Trife Life.
That's
crazy. It's train ride. The train ride to get through it.
Coming. You gotta leave before it gets dark.
And they took the G train from the bridge over there. That's crazy.
Listen, bro. Head on a swivel.
So Ill Street Blues won in the chat 57% to 43%. So it was close.
Nice. Ill Street Blues taking the win in the chat. That's dope. Things kind of took a turn in a different direction here in the room with, again, not a large margin, but again, a larger margin. Trife Life by MOBB Deep takes the win for round number 2. Again, Trife Life going up against Ill Street Blues. Best storytelling rap songs of all time, volume 2. If you're just joining us, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes.